Valley as Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, News18 Sinha, has arrived for the inauguration of the cinema theatres in Srinagar. Let's bring in my colleague Mufti Isla, who's joining me live from outside the Inox Multiplex. You know, Mufti, this is a historic day for Jammu and Kashmir. Now that the theatre opening has been announced in Pulwama and other areas of Jammu and Kashmir, this is something that the people of the valley have been looking forward to for quite some time now.
Absolutely, and there were a lot of attempts in the last 30 years when people wanted to reopen cinema. However, that could not happen because either these people couldn't sustain it or people had lost actually the trust in cinema. But clearly, this building which you see in the background is the Inox building. It is the multiplex where 3 screens would beam that picture. In fact, today they're beaming Lal Singh Chadha. Sometime back, I happened to be inside the hall where L-G inaugurated this particular multiplex. So clearly, a large number of people have come. The media persons are very much here, along with the owner of this. The L-G, we believe, is getting ready to go back. As I said a few minutes back, he did inaugurate this. And he did speak about revival of cinema here in the valley. On Sunday, he had gone to Pulwama and Shopian, where he kind of made announcements that makeshift cinemas in Shopian and Pulwama, which are otherwise affected by militancy, they would be opened. And in fact, we took a tour yesterday of those areas where people really were very keen to see that cinema beginning again. Clearly, I was also excited in that hall when those trailers started to run, and I actually happened to watch cinema after a long time. The last time I remember was some 10 years back when an attempt was made to reopen Bollywood, I beg your pardon, Broadway cinema, which however didn't take because the owners had to close it. One hopes that there's good response here. Both the L-G as well as Vijay, who is the owner of this, did say that they expect a huge response here because people have really been starved of entertainment, and this is actually one big complex here, which will now host a lot of films. To begin with, as I said, Lal Singh Chadha is really that's being shown out there, and large number of youngsters will really be coming.
Mufti. In fact, such beautiful way of putting it. And the fact that you say that you yourself have not managed to watch a movie in the valley for 10 years. So, of course, this is a historic day for Jammu and Kashmir. Of course, the area also is very significant because so far the only kind of news that's coming out of the valley was about targeted killings or terrorist attacks, especially at these 2 places, talking about Pulwama also and Shopian for that matter. But here, this theatre is not just about exhibiting films, it's also for the skill development of the youth. So clearly, there will be a lot of activities that will happen in the valley and especially for the youth over there.
Oh, absolutely. Look, a lot of things are happening for the youths to begin with. As I said, cinema halls being opened. As I speak, the L-G is moving out. And as we talked about his inaugurating this cinema, now he's on his way back. You'll see police officials also walking out. But what is going to happen is that large number of youngsters will now come to this particular place to entertain themselves. There's a very kind of a comforting wave inside the hall, a very good Dolby theatre, which has a lot of sound effects, and then you have 2X, which is again a technical thing. This is the latest state-of-art cinema. But having said about what avenues the youngsters will have in terms of entertainment, this is one. Then there's cinemas which would be put across the valley in all the 10 districts, and apart from that, new playgrounds are being inaugurated. You have new stadiums which have been opened in the last couple of months. The L-G going in even in downtown Srinagar, where otherwise you didn't have avenues like stadium. Now multi-purpose stadiums are also being opened. So a lot of things really coming up, especially for youngsters, to wean them away from the environment of militancy. And clearly that seems to be the message that L-G delivered today also here while inaugurating this multiplex which is behind me.
Mufti, Lal Singh Chadha, you said, How was the film? And of course, how was the atmosphere, the kind of turnout that you have seen?
Well, the turnout is very select because it happens to be a select gathering,
Okay.
and clearly, as I said, for the public, this multiplex is going to open from 30th September. Then you will get to see the kind of response. But going by what the feedback the cinema owners are getting, they think that it's going to be a big success. Because as I said, avenues of entertainment are very limited in the valley. There's no nightlife, and the cinema owners did tell us that there will be special kind of screenings for ladies, for youngsters, for old, as well as for students. And I actually am extremely keen to watch when that thing starts happening here. We'll try to bring in my family, but you have to really wait for next week when it will be open for the masses.
Right. Mufti, the fact that there are many issues in Jammu and Kashmir, especially in the valley, where political parties would love to bicker on. But this is one thing that I believe has, got a unanimous recognition from across political spectrums. So just take us, our viewers, through the kind of reactions that this has entailed now that we're talking about a historic day in Jammu and Kashmir.
The political parties have not said a word about this, but one believes that they're going to welcome it, since this is for the youngsters, this is for the people of the valley, this is for people who were deprived of entertainment, who were really deprived of options to go out in the evening and enjoy themselves. And now there's a facility after a long time. Remember, in the pre-19 eras, Srinagar had some 10 odd cinemas which had to be shut down because of militancy. There was a bar on watching movies. But now with this edition which is coming in, the Inox Multiplex, clearly people hoping that they will be able to watch a film on a big screen, which has not otherwise happened, because generally people do watch television. There's a lot of craze for films. A lot of films were actually being shot in the valley, and clearly early in the day, the owner of this particular cinema, Mr. Vijay, saying that he wants to revive that bond, those old ties between Bollywood and Kashmir, and here is what has happened, and that's why he has constructed this lovely facility out there. That is essentially to bring back those memories which Valley always associated with celluloid, and one hopes that it's a success, because in the past we have seen cinemas being reopened, but somehow they couldn't tick. But Mr. Dar hoping and praying that this one clicks and the youngsters will finally have an avenue where they're going to enjoy and entertain themselves, and that's a prayer.
Mufti,
which